Hi everyone, your principal, Mrs. Pateri here. Just wanted to say how excited I am to welcome you all back tomorrow and Friday. I can't wait to have students back in the building. And I not only speak for myself, but our staff and teachers are so excited as well. So I thought I'd put together a quick presentation for you, just a couple slides to show you some of the building-based changes that you might see when you come into school this week. So first of all, big shout out to Mr. Moskal who made this great sign along with some other students in our Be the Change group. It says, "My mask may cover my smile, but it can't hide my joy." And I absolutely love that. So when you come in, you'll see this sign and some other signs that, again, our students in the Be the Change group that's facilitated by Nurse Amanda created. So of course, Elmer and Gertie, our school mascots, have been waiting for you as well. If you see in the middle, you can see them both wearing their masks. So this is probably the biggest change that you'll notice is that all of our staff and teachers now wear masks throughout the day. Just like you wear your mask, we're all going to be wearing our masks too. And you'll see further in the slideshow some pictures of our staff members with masks on and without masks on. So here are some of our hallway signs. So as you can see, this sign here says one way, and then there's some giraffe footprints here too to show students which way they should be walking in the hallway. So pretty much, typically students stay on the right side of the hallway when they're walking down anyways, but we just wanted to make it very clear with this blue line down the middle that if you are walking down the right side of the hallway, you're going to want to stay in this lane, if you will. And then if you're walking back down this side of the hallway, you're going to want to stay right in this lane. So it's just to make sure that we're keeping our distance from each other in the hallways. And then there are some hallways like that hallway in the middle where our library is. That's just one way. So you'll see some do not enter signs on one side of that hallway, and then you'll see that one way flow indicated with some arrows on the other side of that hallway. But the other two hallways with the fourth, fifth, and sixth grade classrooms, and then the first, second, and third grade classrooms do have this kind of two-way foot traffic that you'll see. Oops. Guess one of my pictures didn't come up. So these are some other signs you'll see in the hallway. So, for example, this says Mrs. Wisniewski's class. So most of our classrooms do have their own bathrooms, which is great. So all students will be designated to use one bathroom, but there are 6 or 7 classrooms in our school that do not have their own bathroom. So for example, Mrs. W's class doesn't have a bathroom attached. So we assigned bathrooms to each of those classrooms. So the bathroom right across from Mrs. W's room is indicated here. That's for Mrs. W's class use only. And you don't have to worry about anybody else being in the bathroom when you leave because teachers know that they're only to let one student out at a time to use the bathroom. So if you leave Mrs. W's room and go right across the hall, you'll go into this bathroom here and you'll know that nobody else is in that bathroom while you're using it. And then you'll also see some extra hand sanitizing stations throughout the building. So we added hand sanitizing stations we always have had those ones by the cafeteria, but we added a lot of them, ones by the nurse's office. There's some in the main office, they're in the hallways. There's some outside. And then each classroom also has hand sanitizing stations and hand washing stations as well. So I just wanted to reiterate this. I forgot, I kind of left it out of one of the newsletters I wrote, but for walkers and bikers, there's going to be this area right outside of the sixth grade classrooms, and these benches are spaced 6 feet apart, but then there will be kind of indicators where to sit. So if you're a walker or a biker and you're coming to school, you're going to want to look for these benches, and you'll sit, we'll kind of indicate where to sit, where would be 6 feet apart, and you'll sit on these benches, and then you'll just wait. So it's a little bit different. Before, if you were a walker or a biker, you would come to school and maybe put your bike on the bike rack, and then you would kind of just hang out with friends outside and wait until the school day started and the doors opened, and then you would come in. But it's just going to be a little bit different. When you get to school, you're just going to wait out here, and then we will call you when it's time to come in, and you'll just want to make sure that you have your mask on outside while you're waiting to come in. So this is our front office staff, Mrs. McDonald and Mrs. Cena. And you might notice if you come into the main office, we do have some of this called plexiglass. So that's just something that we put on their desks just because both of our administrative assistants do have quite a bit of contact with the public coming in and out. So that's just an added kind of safety precaution for them. And then can you guess who this is? I bet you can. So this is, of course, Nurse Amanda. So Nurse Amanda wanted to show you some different outfits that she might be wearing. So if you come down to the health office and you maybe fall down at recess and twisted your ankle or something like that, or you have a cut that you need her to kind of clean out, then you would come down to the health office normally, and Nurse Amanda will kind of be looking like this. She'll have her regular scrubs on and a mask to help you out. But if you have any symptoms like coughing or a fever or anything like that, she's gonna dress like this, just for a little bit of added protection for herself. So if you have any of those kinds of symptoms, this is what she's going to look like. Looks a little intimidating, but if you all know Nurse Amanda, you know that she is the opposite of intimidating. So I just wanted you to see this picture to see what she could look like in the case that we have a student with those type of symptoms that I talked about. Oh, and here I am. And Mr. Day, our assistant principal. So we just wanted to show you a couple of pictures for those new students to us of what we look like, but then also of what we look like with our masks on. So this is me, and this is Mr. Day. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so then I just also wanted to talk to you briefly about some staff changes and new faces. So as I mentioned before, there are some more slides in this presentation. I'm not going to be going over each slide with you just because a lot of them aren't relevant to all of you. So I will send the slideshow out to your parents so that they can go over it with you. But it's basically pictures of all of our staff members and all of our teachers. I wanted you to see what the classrooms looked like and what some of our staff looked like when they had their masks on for when you come in tomorrow. So a little bit of sad news, Mrs. Sanford, our school counselor, will be leaving, and she's going to be the new school counselor at the middle school and high school. So she started her career at the middle school, or not career, but career at Pentucket, I guess, at the middle school, and that's kind of always been the place where she wanted to end up. So when a position opened at the middle school, she kind of jumped at the chance. So we're really happy for her, but she's being replaced with Mrs. Iarardi, as our new school adjustment counselor, and her pictures in this slideshow. And then some of you have had Mrs. Cole for PE, and also she was a special education last year. She will not be returning, but Miss Prouse, she's our new special education teacher. She'll be taking her place, and her picture's also in the slideshow. Mrs. Santapola was a kindergarten teacher last year, and she's excited to be one of our new sixth grade teachers. That's already a change that sixth graders probably already know about because I know the sixth grade team wrote an email maybe like last week just kind of explaining the changes to their team. And then Miss Sousa, who was in sixth grade, has joined the grade 4 team, and she's still on maternity leave with her new baby Quincy, but she'll be back in very early November. So we're excited to have her back as well. And then Mrs. Boyer was an addition to our staff. So she will be teaching health and PE at the Bagnell School. So we're really excited about that too. And like I said, all of the pictures of these new staff members are in the slideshow. So we're going to start off with Mrs. Campbell. So just as an example, this is what the rest of the slideshow will look like. So this is, of course, Mrs. Campbell, one of our kindergarten teachers, and this is what her classroom looks like now. So as I said, I'm going to stop this slideshow now just because there are quite a few slides, and again, they're not relevant to everybody, but I'm going to send this out, so I hope you and your families kind of go through the slides and take a look at some of the changes to the building, and you can check out some of our new staff members, and like I said, all teachers and staff members are in this slideshow. So if you have any questions or if you need anything at all, you have my email address and you know where I am. And I cannot wait to see all of you on Thursday and Friday of this week. I am so excited. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.